Greetings, Redheads. Thank you for joining me in another edition of your favorite show, the one, the only Red's View. Of course, I'm your gracious host, the one and only J Red. I am back. I'm back. Before I begin this video, make sure that you do me a favor. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Red's View. Is going across your screen right now. Also, all my faithful subscribers, future subscribers, everybody hit that like button. Hit that like button for your boy, or you can hit the dislike button. It is all good as long as we get some traction out here. All right. So we're going to talk about your girl Cardi B. All right. Without any further ado, we're going to talk about Cardi B. Now, this is the title for what I'm going to talk about. Cardi B was never a good rapper. Cardi B was never a good rapper. Now, what am I talking about? If you've been watching my channel for years, if you've been my friend for years, my peer, if you talk to me on the regular, you know how I feel about Cardi B. But what we're talking about today is the release of her latest single, her fourth single. I didn't even know it was the fourth single. I thought it was like the second single, but they're saying it's her fourth single. It's called Imaginary Players. And it's a rendition of, it's a remake of the classic Jay-Z's song that came out in 97. So Imaginary Players, that's a lot of people's favorite Jay-Z song. We were told about 2 weeks ago that Cardi got a sample cleared by Jay-Z. See, that's what a lot of artists do now for the promotion. If you sampled a big artist, you know, the promotion is, hey, such and such signed off on it. So now it's like a featuring track, like Jay-Z featuring Cardi B featuring Jay-Z. It kind of comes off as that when you announce that the artist kind of cleared the sample or whatever, versus back in the day, you would know what the song is, and you would only be able to see like by the credits, stuff like that. So anyway, Jay-Z gave his cosign, and Cardi B's team used that as a promotional tool to talk about the release of her latest single, Imaginary Players. Now, it's been receiving a lot of mixed reviews, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of mixed reviews. Some people feel it. It feels like half people feel it, half people don't. Some people like it, some people don't. Matter of fact, let's go to my channel and see where we're at with the voting. Because I asked y'all, what did you think about it? And let me go to it real quick. Hold on, y'all. With me. All right, let me share my screen. Let's see. Oh, let's see where it's at. Let's see where it's at. So I asked the Reds View community, what did y'all think about Cardi B's latest single? And right here, I only got 45 votes because I see a lot of y'all don't really like Cardi B like that, maybe. But 27% said it's dope, 31% said that it was mid, and 42% said that it was trash. And shout out to my guy Zero. So Zero said it's a hot song for a mixtape, is mid for a single. Shout out to everybody that took the time to vote and cast your votes on what you think, because I like doing those interaction polls and everything like that. But here's the thing. It got a lot of mixed reactions. I see a lot of people that bashed it, but it's not successful so far. It's not a successful song. And the reason I'm saying that, I'm going to share my screen again. It looks like it's going to be a come and go type of song. So if you look right here, Cardi B's Jay-Z sampling single Imaginary Players makes disappointing Spotify debut. Mm, 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 mm. So on Friday, she dropped off her single, Imaginary Players. The track samples Jay-Z's classic, but unfortunately it didn't make a splash on the charts. According to All Hip Hop, it debuted at 147 on the Spotify US chart and then number 56 on the Apple Music chart. All right, so that's a flop. That's a flop. So for all the people, and I'm speaking to the people, the newly found people who are saying things like Cardi B needs to go find a job. She needs to work a 9 to 5. She needs to stop rapping. Everybody, what I've noticed, it's been a lot of people trashing this song. And now you're seeing jokes like Cardi B raps like she's reading in front of a class. Cardi B can't rap like that. Here's the quiet part out loud. Something I've been saying for years. Cardi B was never a good rapper. She was never a good rapper. Okay. Now listen to what I'm saying, because a lot of people might feel like I'm hating when I'm saying this. A lot of people might feel like I'm hating when I'm saying this. All right. Cardi B was never a good rapper when you go back and look. Okay. When Cardi B raps, she raps like English is her second language, which it is. Which it is. I never thought Cardi B was a good rapper. Now, can Cardi B rap other people's lyrics? Yes. Can somebody write for her and she can make a hit record? Yes. Has she been a hit maker previously? Yes. But that doesn't mean that she's a good rapper. She happens to be having good ghostwriters and she can perform the songs that people write. That doesn't make her a good rapper. The reason I feel like this imaginary Playerz, a lot of people have been bashing it, it's kind of exposed the truth about Cardi B this whole time. See, this isn't the anthem type of songs with the hard hitting beats that Cardi B usually makes. This is a slower song, more mellow type of tempo to where you got to spit. You got to really talk your ish on there. You know what I'm saying? So the bars were there. I did like some of the bars that she said, even though this one was stolen, I'm like a glory hole. Y'all don't know who y'all effing with, you know what I'm saying? But they said that she stole that. But whoever wrote that song did a good job lyrically. Cardi B just didn't deliver. She didn't deliver. A lot of people feel like she ruined this Jay-Z classic. She ruined the song, whatever like that. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason that it didn't fell off the Apple Music charts. It didn't land big on the Spotify charts. It's because this isn't Cardi B's lane. Cardi B is not no rapper who spits bars and all this other stuff. Cardi B is somebody that can hop on an anthem and try to make a street anthem or some hard-hitting beats. Those hard-hitting beats kind of disguise her rapping ability. You know what I'm saying? Those can kind of make put a mask on what's really there. But I've been saying this the whole time. I've been saying this since Bodak Yellow. I've been saying this since Bodak Yellow. They gonna do who? Who do what to what? It's the Cardi B. She stole Kodak Black's flow. Did y'all know that? She basically did a rendition of his song. That's all she did. And she happened to get lucky getting with a team of writers, getting with Atlantic, getting with the Migos, and she was able to put out a cool body of work per se. But I've never been a Cardi B fan because when she raps, Cardi B doesn't rap like she got any flavor. She raps like she's reading the lyrics with her finger. I'm just being honest. Now, do rappers read off of their rhyme book or read off their lyrics off their iPhone, whatever in the studio? Yes, but it sounds more animated to get you in there. Cardi B has kind of been able to do that in the past, but with this song, it made you focus more. You had to listen. It was just more of a quiet, more chill type of beat. And to me, that exposed her vulnerability when it comes to putting together words, when it comes to delivery, period. Okay. Like, meaning when I'm saying she's not a rapper, that means would you get Cardi B in a cipher? Could you listen to Cardi B a cappella? And I'm telling you, if you try to listen to her a cappella, you're going to turn that shit off. Okay. And this isn't me hating, but this is something I just noticed. Like I was looking, I'm like, where y'all been? If you think that Cardi B sucks as a rapper and she shouldn't be rapping, where have y'all been? Because a lot of people were on her nuts back then when Bodak Yellow was popping, that I Like It song, and she was hopping on the Migos records, and she was doing her thing. But I, J Red, have never thought that Cardi B was a good rapper. I just think that she got lucky, got behind a good team got behind her, and she was able to survive and make it. And I think also a lot of people liked who she was as a person. She's the everyday girl, hood girl. They say Cardi B makes music for girls who used to eat Cheetos, you know what I'm saying, and girls who used to eat school lunch, whatever, free lunch or whatever like that. It's like she was the all around, girl you could kick it with, you could chill with, you know what I'm saying? So her character and her social media presence, really just elevated her, and it made her music be bigger than what it was, in my opinion. But imaginary Playerz, a lot of y'all, it pissed off a lot of Jay-Z fans and stuff like that. But now the question is, how successful will Cardi B's album be? What are the first week sales going to be? Because this song ain't it. A lot of people are not anticipating this album anymore. For one, because it's too late. This shit should have came out like at least 5 years ago, to be honest. The last album she had came out in 2018, right? 2017, 2018, Invasion of Privacy. But Now it's not giving people anything to look forward to. It's like she's throwing stuff out there to see what sticks. Now, I appreciate her like trying to step out and be different. Her and her team trying to do something different, but she ain't the rapper for that. Now, Nicki Minaj, even though I feel like she's been stale for some years now, she could have did a better job on that. Rhapsody could have did a better job on that. Lotto could have did that. I think if you give that same song to Lotto and she delivered it, I think that she would have did a better job. But Cardi B ain't that type of rapper. Y'all need to keep her on those type of beats like up, like anthems type. You know what I'm saying? Now she does have a voice that's kind of loud, that's street and kind of rugged a little bit that people like. But to me, she's always been like a carbon copy of Nicki Minaj, if I'm being honest. And like I said, you could say that I'm hating all the time, but the quiet part out loud is Cardi B has always been trash. She's always been trash as a rapper. She just so happened to get on songs that worked for her. But as you can see now, people are like, I don't know. Now, this is the thing. I made a video a couple of months ago. Was it last month or a couple months ago? Where Cardi B, her album is already successful without being successful yet, meaning that, she put them old ass songs like WAP and what's the other song she put on there? Up, that came out 5 years ago. She already put them songs on there. So that's going to make sure that it softens the blow, because let me tell you what's going to happen. People are going to bash this album. They're probably going to bash this album like they did Lil Wayne's Carter 6 album. And but the sales will be able to kind of overshadow that, because she could say, hey, I sold this much, I'm already platinum and all this other stuff. But it's not gonna be critically acclaimed. I think it's gonna be critically bashed. Like, they're gonna go in on this album. I'm predicting the future right now. If I'm wrong, come back to this video and talk your shit. But I think at this particular point, this album, I can't say it's gonna flop, because Atlantic is gonna make sure that don't happen. But I do think that people are gonna bash this album. One, because it's cool to do, like that, it's a trend to get on somebody. But for three, I mean that's for one. For two, I just feel like, that window for Cardi B to be prominent is up. I do think that she could continue to be on singles, hop on features, and all this other stuff. But altogether, for those who are new to this and saying that she's trash and saying that she's not a good rapper and stuff like that, go back and look at my videos back in 2018. I've been saying this. This is no surprise. And I'm surprised that y'all just now finding this out. But this, like that song she had called Be Careful on her album, that wasn't a single, but that was similar to this, in my opinion. But I'm like, where y'all been? This ain't nothing new to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not surprised. But altogether, Imaginary Players, she should have left it where it's at. And I think that they were banking on it just being that Jay-Z co-sign. That's why they announced it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Jay-Z signed off on it. So that means that it was like indirectly like a Jay-Z feature. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, what it did was it made that song, the original song, blow up more, because now that's like 300% streams up. You know what I'm saying? So Jay-Z knew what to do with that. You know what I'm saying? He probably knew it wasn't going to be successful, whatever. But he's like, hey, Cardi, I can get some easy money from this, because her face being attached to it is a lot. But yeah, I agree with the Reds View community. I do think that the song is trash, but I think Cardi B is trash as a rapper. Now, nothing against that woman personally. This is just my musical taste, and you can agree with it or disagree with it. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, and subscribe to the channel. Tell me if I'm wrong, but make sure that you share this video. All right.